We did want to make sure you were close, so
Yeah, so I'm noticing the boys doing some movie replays. So that 8-year-old big just let the Cocker Spaniel baby sit here.
Okay, that one's done.
It was funny at the point where it's like, okay, if you're not here, since I know you're en route to here.
Could we meet halfway?
Well,
Right.
no, he was proposing just meet me on like Route 115 or something. I'm like, the time it's going to take for her to get from one car to the other, she's fine for 5 minutes if Dad gets here and we
Yes.
take off before you get here.
Yeah.
But then he arrived ahead of Dad anyway. So.
I think your dad's right around the corner, isn't he?
Yeah, he can hear us. He's pouring himself a beverage.
Well, why don't we get started? Don Sr. is voting by proxy, and I guess it was between his son and his brother. It was a toss-up, and
You're nominated.
if we disagree, well, whatever. But anyways, he is voting by proxy. So we've got all of our board members present by proxy. And it is 8:08 per my time.
Oh, wow. I said 6.
And,
Okay.
hey, by the way, we're recording this. Ted, you're on TV. We got an iPad, and we're recording. So we have, total replay of whatever we're saying. Even if it sounds confusing later, we got it on.
Trade shares. I think the camera's there. The chairman should be in the middle.
No, you're perfect, Ted. Yeah, we want to make sure you don't doze off.
We'll get to the point where
it is
Don could
getting
be
late.
sitting right there on the thing talking to us.
So, I think you've all received the minutes by email this morning, have you?
Yep.
So I'd like to have a motion that we accept those as written, and then we'll ask for any changes. If I could have a motion to that. Thank you.
Motion.
Thank you.
I'll second.
And a second. Yep, thanks. And how about any discussion, comments, corrections, whatever? I saw something very minor. I would suggest at the top, and we have them, here we go. Where am I? Here are the minutes, yeah. Good. Last year, wait a minute, here I am. I was on the wrong page, Jeff. I know, 2011. And it was our 26th meeting. This is our 27th meeting. That's really cool.
Wow.
It's been a long time since we all started this stuff. And any comments or anything? Corrections? I think, Jeannie, you were here last year, weren't you? At the board meeting, I think.
I don't have.
We might add Jeannie. That's double N-E. And, right, yeah, that's a little unusual.
Yeah.
I was a board member last year.
Well, you took over for Josh.
Okay.
Yes,
So I was a member and then I became a board member. Good.
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Those
Is
are,
Josh
Good.
still on the board? Sorry.
No.
no, he is not.
No,
Sandra
I got a
took
proxy
over
from him.
last year.
Okay, so I didn't really need one.
Well, for the annual meeting,
Gotcha.
yeah, for
Sandra
tomorrow's
authorized
meeting
proxy.
as a voting member, yeah.
Did you know that?
And, so any other comments or corrections?
No.
Kath, great job.
I have
Yes.
one on the
Yeah.
forestry.
On the forestry, yep.
It's about the second line. Well, maybe the vote down below clarifies it. But the conclusion about trees that would be removed, which were marked after the meeting, beyond a certain line, it's some trees on both sides of the power line. That is, it goes to the adjacent Kokatosi property, but it comes down to a line that some of you flagged out after the meeting, which is partway back to the power line.
So not just lakeside, but both sides. We could take lakeside and substitute both. Ted, is that a?
Yeah, but
okay,
it's both beyond a certain line that
right.
has since been marked by some of you.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else? Well, let's approve those minutes as the motion says as amended. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same. Perfect. Now, Don, I'll let you, only one Don here tonight, so I'll say
Yeah.
Don instead of Junior. Is that okay?
That's
Don?
fine.
Yeah.
Good
Been working on calling him
Good
Junior.
evening, Don.
evening. Good to see
Clarify
you,
for
Ted.
me who Ropes is, please.
He's
I'm
the
sorry?
he's the logger.
Okay.
Oh, good. Good clarification. Don has talked to all the 3 at-large. No, Don Senior is a lineal of Ted, and the 2 at-large, Lori and Nancy, and you might want to report on
Sure.
those conversations.
Pleased to announce that each one of those individuals have agreed to renew for another term on the board.
Very good. So their terms would expire on 2014,
13.
2015, right?
For 3-year terms, right?
15.
4
Well.
are listed at large.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the only 3 expiring.
Yeah, those are the other terms, and so,
Actually, it shows 2 expiring in 12, 1 expiring in 13, and 1 in 14.
There's one
Three.
lineal and 2 at large who would be expiring in 12. That's what we're discussing. Is
Okay.
there's 3
Only the
people
ones
who
that-
would
got
have
it.
expired at 12.
and those 3 have all agreed to serve another 3 years, so that would mean we will recommend to the board, to the membership, tomorrow the membership actually elects the board officially.
Yep.
So just as we did last year, this board will recommend to the membership committee tomorrow that those 3 be renewed for another 3 years, so that would make 3 expiring in 13, 3 and 14, and those 3 in 15, just as you see there from last year, okay?
Yep.
And then,
So
yeah, Ted.
we're sort of nominating them to the membership, right? The membership could nominate
The
somebody else.
lineal ones are actually.
That's correct,
Yeah,
we're,
and she's right, of course, the lineal ones, the board doesn't, the board,
The board doesn't
board-
recommend.
the board
they
does
just- the
at
lineals
large.
just
yeah,
report.
that's true.
Yeah.
But we're only talking about the at-large here, I think.
but the 2 at large are recommended, and like you say, Ted, if the membership wants to nominate somebody else and they get the votes, obviously that would be the case in lieu of these 2, either one or the other, right?
Yep.
Good, I think that's what you were clarifying. Okay, and then I think, unless somebody's got a better idea, we'll just go down last year's minutes kind of for the agenda for tonight.
Sure.
And we'll hit many things maybe that aren't on here, but that'd be a good way to move this forward tonight. So we come to the officers. Again, the officers are appointed by this board. And technically, this board should meet again quickly after the annual meeting tomorrow, technically, to elect the officers for next year. But seeing they're all gonna be the same, assuming we don't have more
More
nominations.
officers than that, don't we?
Yeah, we can have, I don't think we did last year.
What, did we eliminate Josh as the
There was
Yeah.
administration, but yeah, we,
administration?
We did, Lorraine.
Yeah,
Yeah, as I recall.
just can't handle it.
Yeah.
Couple of years, hopefully.
Okay,
Only so much time,
But,
right?
but Clint Junior is something like vice president administration, isn't he, or doesn't that include the same role?
well, not per our
Nothing in my
minutes and not
notes
as I recall.
yeah.
Yeah, we kinda made this real simple last year.
Well, who's in charge of necessary maintenance items?
Everybody.
I think we're all kind of, yeah. And I saw Lori was making notes earlier, yesterday or today, and so I think we're all kind of keeping an eye on that. Okay?
Yep.
So do we want to move forward with our officer appointments for next year, or should we have a very brief meeting after our annual meeting to do this officially? Does anybody mind if we do it tonight?
I love that idea.
Well,
Thanks.
I'll move that, subject to any change of our board membership,
Okay?
that we renominate the officers normally appointed by the board who are currently serving, unless any of them
I like that.
Second.
Second, thanks, Dory. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Maybe it'll be a
Opposed?
short meeting yet.
Oh, we're moving. We're on page 2.
Amen.
Yeah. How about our extinguished treasurer?
Extinguished.
Whoa.
Yes.
I almost said
Extinct-
distinguished. I made that error once, not with Jeannie, but I made that error in reporting
I don't want her
something.
to be extinguished.
No, extinguished.
Yes, distinguished
Put
was
her out.
better.
I said extinguished, not with Jeannie. This was not with any of my wives either, in case your minds are working. Gonna get me
They're
blushing.
extinguished.
This was in
Sounds like
a
you've killed her off.
Yeah.
in a meeting I was running decades ago. I actually I extinguished someone. So let's move along. Jeannie, would you have a report for us?
You thought you needed a bodyguard.
Yeah. We are in good shape.
Do we like that report?
I did not do a written report for everybody, but thanks to Ted Chadbourne, lowering our taxes by $2,800 a year. you
Whoa,
guys.
Ted!
That combined with, we have a note that, that is Aunt Liz's money. I don't know how else to tell you all, that's what it is. You know what I mean when I say that, it's $30,000. That we are, getting lovely 5% interest on, which you would never get this in any
Who the
bank.
heck is giving that?
I thought
Our
it was
chairman of the
six.
board.
Uncle Dick.
Yeah.
$1,500 a year.
Now this board approved that, by the way,
Yeah.
if you don't.
Yeah,
Well,
mind.
Wasn't it six?
Huh?
Wasn't it 6?
Wow.
Yeah, it was 6, Ted, right? Ted was thinking it was 6%.
No,
No,
that is usury enough, I mean, by us, but it's
If you
great.
think,
Yeah.
Because, $1,500 is a lot of money to
It
this,
is.
our little minuscule budget. So that combined with the $2,800, less the double amount of our insurance, unfortunately, that we now have, bulletproof coverage thanks to Clint Daggett helping with that. So now we have fabulous, coverage if anything horrendous should happen. But that did double from $1,200 to $2,400 a year, but still.
Yeah.
And then also thanks to Clint and Kath for getting lovely amounts of money from people they know and family members. Really more than anything else, those things are what are keeping us going. It's less than half of our money is dues. I think I kind of lined that out, and I'll send that out to you all again. I didn't have a lot of money yet, so I was kind of waiting for the meeting to get it all, and then I'll report on the breakdown like I kind of did last year of here's how the money shakes out, because I think that was kind of useful and helpful and interesting.
Yep.
But, we have money, now I haven't paid out any, nobody's hit me up for any money yet either, for anything that was done, which needs to happen. And even if you, remember, if you buy something and pay for it and it's in kind, like somebody bought a bed, a mattress for this veteran in here, and gave it in kind. But I think we kind of need to keep our arms around all those numbers so that you kind of know so future generations know what the cost is for things, and if we shouldn't have such nice people giving us stuff. But is that a good enough report?
Will there be a printed treasurer's report for the record, either for tomorrow's meeting or mailed to the members?
Yeah.
That's what you just said.
I just thought I'd fill in a little more than, it was
Okay.
a little light on the numbers, because I hadn't received hadn't received some checks yet. So I thought I'd wait till everybody paid up, and then it'll look prettier. And it'll be more accurate, because otherwise it's sort of like, wait, it was bad.
you remember Jeannie's report last year, and we'll show this year again all the voting members who paid the $150 or more, and so it lists all the voting members and all that
and
for
they're
the
gonna all be color
minutes.
coded and everything again, because I have it all spreadsheets, so. All right?
Jane,
That's great, Gene, thank you.
thank you. I would be delighted to second the motion if you'd like to move that we now declare a dividend this year.
The dividend?
Yeah, payment to each of the members because of all of our savings.
Yeah, as long as we donate it